Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Claremont, California, here for a little Webb Gulls athletics as we send it on over to the pool deck here today as the Webb boys water polo team is set to take on the Mark Keppel Aztecs. Steve Granado, that's me alongside with you here today in Claremont, California. A very windy Friday afternoon here in Southern California as well. The Gulls are going to try and continue to stay hot here. Webb coming off of a victory and trying to continue to have a nice little second half here in the 2019 season, but they're going to be down a goalkeeper here today. Webb has been dealing with injuries all season long, and the newest of that list has been now Patrick Donez, who's now been added to that injured list and is not available here today, as the Gulls are going to go with Mason Stallings here between the cage today for the Gulls. So they'll see what they can get out of Mason Stallings, the junior, here in just his second year, as we are set and ready to go here from the McCarthy Aquatic Center. And we are officially underway here today in Claremont, period number 1 of 4. Glad you could join us here today from the Webb Schools. Webb in their blue caps with the yellow highlights, and the visiting Mark Keppel Aztecs in their road whites with the red accents and black numbers. Gulls going left to right, Aztecs right to left here today. This will be Matthew Gaw looking over his options and giving it back up to Malachi Castle. Inside of Aiden Gutierrez, tries to get the inside track to 10 meters out. Gets the whistle and relinquishes it back to Matthew Gaw. Gets the ball right back, got to shoot it. Takes a look and sends it off the post. So first shot of the day for Aiden Gutierrez will be no good. Aiden, the goal leader here this season in his freshman year. 77 goals in 18 games at this point. Webb with a 6-12 record entering today's contest. After today, Webb still has 5 games left as the season is coming to a close. Webb cannot finish over the 500 mark, but it can make some serious progress in that. This is a shot from Matthew Gooch that finds the back of the net. So Gooch gets back and finds the goal. That's his 6th of the season. And Webb will take the honors of grabbing the first lead of the game at 5:58 of period number 1. In between the pipes here today for Mark Keppel, Nico Inocencio. He's made no saves at this point. Seen 2 shots, 1 hit off the post and 1 found the back of the net. Relinquished to the right of Jaden Young. Young under duress, watched closely by Gutierrez. Young lifts up, completely stuffed by Gutierrez. The ball comes back out and settled down by Isaac Meyer. Meyer drops to his left now, watched closely by Jace Chen. Or rather, that's Matthew Gaw again, I beg your pardon. We'll sit down here for Jaden Young, who turns it around. Another stuff by Aiden Gutierrez, who gets the ball back. So 2 big blocks by the freshman Gutierrez. And he will quarterback the play from the opposing 10-meter line. Looks inside for Matthew Gooch, spins it back, sends it softly wide on the far post. Aztecs 6-8 on the year, 2-0 record in their respective league of the Elmont League. They're coming off a 24-4 win against Alhambra High School this past Wednesday, a couple days ago. Nice pass inside. Gutierrez watching closely, spun wide by Young. And that's Mason Stallings, the 5'9", 160 junior. Began this year with an injury, right ankle tendonitis, that kept him out of the pool for a couple of games. Draw an exclusion here. It's Jaden Young. Or rather, that's on the opposite side to get the Gulls up by 1 here. Shot goes off the crossbar. Getting excluded was Derek Tang. Monterey Park native sits out here as Webb goes on a power play, their first of the day. Pass looking inside to Gooch is stripped away by Isaac Meyer, his first touch of the game. And that'll finish off the power play. Gulls go with 1 shot there and sent it off the bar. Malachi Castle spins around defensively and wins the ball back. Streakers the other way. Castle will just hang on to it. Reconvened by Calvin Bowie, the junior. Can't stop this pass up ahead to Matthew Gaw. Gaw on the short right post as it passed across. And Aiden Gutierrez will get a free look here. Penalty has been assessed to Jaden Young. And it'll be a penalty shot for Aiden Gutierrez to try and make it a 2-0 game. And it just barely squeaks through to make it 2-0. Goal number 78 on the season for Aiden. The Dolls grab a 2-0 lead. This one handled by Jaden Young, who just took that penalty. Now forced the penalty shot. Gutierrez watches him closely now. Young dips it inside in search of Justin Lee. Lee guarded by Castle. Lee turns around, stripped from the backside. Nice shot by Nick Lee to come help out on the play on the double team right in front of the door. He's able to strip it from behind from the blind side. Castle from Gaw. Inside Gutierrez. Inside three. Shot stopped by Inocencio. His first save of the game. Under 3 to play here in period number 1. It's a 2-0 Webb advantage. Matthew Gooch and Aiden Gutierrez on the goals here today. Jaden Young with 12 to shoot. And that one will come back here for the Gauls. Castle will take control. And get a fresh 30 here, sprinting the other way. Gutierrez pulled away from the ball and stolen away by Isaac Meyer. Gutierrez dumbfounded that he didn't get any call on that one. Meanwhile, Isaac Meyer streaks up the middle of the pool. Flips it to his left to be hunted down for Derek Tang. Tang from the area on the left. Softly lays it into the middle and stolen away by Castle. Malachi Castle has been a godsend this season. 41 steals on the year, just got his 42nd, which leads the team. Matthew Gooch tries to muscle his way through Calvin Bowie to no avail. We'll be back here for the Aztecs. 1:54 remaining in period 1. Our Keppel has been held off the board at this point. Justin Lee headmans the ball up along the right wing. Flips inside in search of Meyer. Meyer grabs it away and gets whistled. Matthew Gaw takes the ball back. Talking about the injuries, Matthew Gaw has also sustained one this season. A back injury after an Ayala tournament earlier in the year. Webb has just been ridden with the injury bug this season. Gabriel Hong has been out all year and has yet to appear in a contest for Webb, who was supposed to be starting keeper this season in his senior campaign, but again has been held out with an injury this year. This ball stolen away. Winston Lee takes control and plays it back for Mason Stallings. Stallings has been playing off the bench this season. The junior out of Los Angeles. And with the Gauls kind of their backs against the wall, unable to have a true goalkeeper in today. Nice pass from Gutierrez to Gooch. Gooch trying to muscle again, gets forced out to 10 meters, flips it back 2 seconds, and this one's just going to be lost by Webb on the shot clock violation. Kyle Tran plays it back for Justin Lee. 9 seconds separating game clock and shot clock here in the first. Handled by Lee. Wide out, gives it back up high for Bowie. Bowie returns the favor. 8 to shoot, long range shot. Stallings stops it without a trouble. 10 seconds to go here in the first. One last rush here for the Gauls to try and make it a 3-0 lead. Gutierrez, a dangerous pass as Jaden Young was bowling from the backside. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Gutierrez has no chance to pull the trigger, and that is how the first will end. Gauls get on the board twice. Matthew Gooch with goal number 76 on the year. Aiden Gutierrez, his 78th. Webb takes a 2-0 lead. We head to the first intermission on the NFHS Network. Just one shot on frame for the Mark Keppel Aztecs, and Mason Stallings was able to stop that one attempt. It's a 2-0 score. Gooch and Gutierrez combined for the Gulls offense here today as we are set to start the second quarter. Steve Granado alongside with you here today at McCarthy Aquatic Center in Claremont, California. A windy day blowing out to the west as the Santa Anas make their way throughout Southern California. Set to start period 2, and we are underway. So again, just one shot on frame, one save from Mason Stallings. Ball stolen away by Winston Lee. He's off to the races with Gutierrez on his left. He pulls up, gives it Gutierrez, who shovels it home. Gutierrez is second, got it from Lee. So a 3-0 score. Just about 20 seconds into the second. Gulls have been aggressive defensively here today, forcing a couple turnovers. They'll say that Isaac Meyer pushed off. Webb will get the ball back here. Malachi Castle from the back.
Look at one. Look at too late.
Gooch is out high, wide left. He's guarded heavily by Derek Tang. And he forces a turnover. Tang will start the rush in the middle of the pool. He sticks it far out wide right. Kevin Lamb, the head coach, directing his team after that last turnover that led to a 2-on-none outbreak to spread the pool a little bit more. Tang doesn't have much room to work with. He gives it up top for Jaden Young, who winds up from high. Fingertips touched and off the crossbar. Absolute missile from Jaden Young. About 15 meters out. Castle retreating. Justin Lee keeps his hands up. Gutierrez tries to get the inside track and gets some free space. Gives it on over to Matthew Gaw. Gaw drops, forced backwards. Isaac Meyer is going to get whistled here. Also get some free space here for Gaw. Played it back here. Gulls don't have much time to work with. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Gutierrez won't get to it. So a free ball here for Justin Lee. Looking to spread it the other way. Sent into the quarter for Kyle Tran to hunt down. Tran 360s back towards his net. Relinquishes back for Meyer. 15 seconds. Meyer for Tang. Tang guarded by Gooch. Tang at 13 meters. Inside, Castle strips it away, his second steal of the game. Long flip for Winston Lee. And we'll get a second exclusion on the day for Derek Tang. Castle thought about shooting, instead flips to his left and gets the feed back up top. Castle gives on over to Lee. Lee looking for some trailers. He bluffs the shot, gets it back to Castle from up top. He sticks it in the corner. Castle's first of the game. That's his 33rd on the year. It's a power play goal. And that's going to force a timeout here for the Mark Keppel Aztecs. They want to chat things over as they trail 4-0 with a little over 4 to go in the second on the NFHS network.
He's using another timeout.
Shot on the other side. They took this extra time out.
I'm taking off like
A very heated Kevin Lamb trying to rally the troops here for the Mark Keppel Aztecs with a 4-0 deficit. Gulls leading in this one after Malachi Casso finds the back of the net for his first goal of the game. Gutierrez with 2 and Gooch with 1. It's 4-0. Roughly halfway into this contest. Steve Granado with you here at the McCarthy Aquatic Center, the campus of the Webb Schools, as the Gulls try to make it a 7-12 record here this season. Nice pass inside to try and get it to Justin Lee. And they're going to force the Gulls out. Winston Lee was headed towards the exclusion box, but it's Malachi Castle getting it here. First power play chance of the day for the Aztecs. Up top here for Derek Van. Van handles and gives it back for Justin Lee. Lee has it turned over by Gutierrez. Winston Lee gets it for Castle. Back out of the box. Pushed heavily by Calvin Bowie. Nick Lee foul. Gets it inside for Gooch. Tries to spin it. Stopped by Inocencio, his second of the day. Here's Derek Tang. Stolen away by Gutierrez. 20 steals on the season now for Aiden. Under 3 to play here in the second. Wants to get it to Gooch as Gutierrez takes the point. With the man stripping back is Jaden Young. Gutierrez is forced to relinquish, and the Gauls are going to turn this one over. Jaden Young went on a cherry pick move. Gutierrez had to give up the ball. Long pass up ahead for Justin Lee. Breaks free. Can't cool the shot off as it was double teamed and sandwiched upon right in front of the net. Fully moved by Isaac Meyer. Keeps his arms on the shoulders. And they're going to whistle Matthew Goff for this one. Meyer still watched. 10 seconds gone in the shot clock. Off the fingertips for Derek Ting. Looking inside. They're going to say Winston Lee is going to get excluded for pulling him out. Isaac Meyer inside, spun on the backhand and scored by Justin Lee. The Aztecs are on the board for the first time today. So that's a power play goal. Lee got that call, and he was about halfway to the box the time that Justin Lee found himself free enough to break the goose egg on the board. It's 4-1 with 90 seconds to go. And they're going to exclude away from the ball Calvin Bowie. Third power play chance here for the Gauls. Free is Nick Lee. Lee 10 meters out. Looking for Gooch, who's looking the other way. It's a turnover. So Gauls are now 1 for 3 in the power play today. Gooch goes out to challenge the ball. Bowie handles up high, now gives it to his left for Young. Young flips it inside, handled by Lee. Lee watched by Castle. Lee is around in there and loses the ball as the shot clock was about a second away from expiring. Gutierrez pushes off on the backside to push away Jaden Young. And we'll get Young whistled here. Gutierrez in free space with 14 seconds on the shot clock. He's blocked by Young. Game clock, shot clock are less than half a second apart. Pass inside, Castle gets the inside track. Shot clock off now. One last rush here for Webb. It'll start with Stallings. 8 seconds to go. We'll see if he just hangs on to it. I don't think the Gauls can make up that much space, and they will not be able to. 2 seconds left. Long range shot will be stopped by Stallings, and that takes us to halftime. We trade a couple here in period 2. Gauls maintain a 4-1 lead as we go to halftime here on the NFHS Network.
all, I'm all looking, I'm like, okay, they're all out.
You know that you just jinxed somebody.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who, but. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you. And
Gulls leading 4-1 after the first half concludes. As they search for victory number 7 on the year. Steve Granado with you. Webb out shooting the Aztecs 8-7 in the first half. For that second quarter, much stronger if you're Mark Keppel here today. Got off to a sluggish start, but we're able to come back and make it a fair contest there in the second. Gulls will control the ball here for the third time today to begin a new quarter. Malachi Castle with one here today to Gutierrez, who blindly flips it on over for Matthew Gaw, who's wide open. Gaw searching for the corner and scores. What a feed by Aiden Gutierrez to set the play off and get Webb on the board here in the second half. It's 5-1. Great vision of the pool there, seeing the play develop in front of him for Aiden Gutierrez. Gutierrez 2 goals now, an assist on the game, and Matthew Gooch with 1 goal today. Ball up for grabs, and we'll be back here for Justin Lee. Plays back for Calvin Bowie. Fresh shot clock up. Nice pass inside and an easy gun for Justin Lee, his second of the game. Gulls were slow to get back to stop that. This game is still very much in the realm of possibility here for Mark Keppel. A very short bench today to the Aztecs. Just one sub. Looks like that's a power play goal. Castle was ejected for the second time today. Hadn't made his way towards the box just yet by the time that goal was scored. Nearly stripped away. Winston Lee plays it back. Now sends it over the head of Tran in search of Matthew Gaw. Gaw inside for Gutierrez. Forced his way. Softly lays it to the corner and can't get the post in. For the Aztecs to finish with a winning record this season, they have to win out, including this one. 4 games left. Long-range shot misses well wide by Jaden Young. If they lose today, they have to win out to finish 500 at 9-9. Gauls, as we mentioned, ship has sailed on a 500 or better record this year. Best they could do is 11-12. They win out. Oh, well, if they win today, scratch that, and they win out, including today, that'd make them at an even 500 record. 5 more in a couple home games is a blind shovel backhand missed wide by Gutierrez. Aiden could get on you quickly, and he just executed that right there, but just a little wide. Here's Jaden Young. Shoots his way, and Stallings a little lackadaisical on that one. Used his bare right hand and, well, didn't make the stop. So Jaden Young finds the back of the net. Brings the Aztecs back within 2. Long pass up ahead to the blind side of Bowie. Bowie has Castle drop. Bowie sends it off the crossbar. Rebound comes out for Malachi Castle. Up for Winston Lee. Lee sends it right to Justin Lee, who easily steals this one back. Castle guards Lee. Lee pushes him off. Shot stopped by Stallings. Came from Derek Van. 4:10 p.m. here. Under 4 to go in this third quarter. Steve Granado with you from the McCarthy Aquatic Center in Claremont, California. Looking to get it to Gooch is Gutierrez. Gooch getting held by the right arm. And an exclusion here for Isaac Meyer. Gets the Gauls their 4th power play chance of the game. Winston Lee drops in, unguarded on the right wing post. Puts it up top for Nick Lee. Lee gets it back to Winston. Winston trying to send inside. Doesn't have much of an angle. Tries to softly put it up into the corner and sends it off crossbar instead. No goal. That one whistled off. Gauls were called for an infraction there. So we're now 1 for 4 on their power plays today. The shot's on its way, and it will get the Aztecs back within 1. Jaden Young, his 2nd of the game. Young and Lee, both with a pair today. Make it a 5-4 contest. Well, this game's starting to slip out of Webb's fingertips. Castle up for Winston Lee. Lee undecided. Stripped away by Isaac Meyer on the aggressive move. Meyer pulls up. Gets it stolen by Castle for a split second and will get the ball back. Castle read that play perfectly. Ickley holding on to it. Inside, Gutierrez tries to make some room, tries to create. Gets it over for Gooch. Gooch tries to get it back on the double team. Another aggressive move. Second steal in back-to-back possessions for Isaac Meyer. Tossed up ahead for Kyle Tran. Tran can't tie the game as Stallings makes a stop. Oh, was sent out of play. Aztecs possession. Castle steals this entry pass for Justin Lee. $1:40 to go here in the third. Webb maintains a 1-goal lead. Long pass up ahead. Gutierrez wide open. Gutierrez waits out the netminder Inocencio and finds his third of the game. Great stretch pass. And that'll be goal number 80 on the season for Eddie Gutierrez. Calvin Bowie to get his cap back on. Lost in the fray. Gauls lead us back up to a 6-4 2-goal advantage. It'll be started here for Jaden Young, back down by 2. Gutierrez all over him. Pass inside. They're going to get Castle out for the third time today. Gutierrez strips this one away. Aiden off to the races. Right on his tails is Jaden Young. He'll get some free space, but gets fouled, needs to make a pass. Gutierrez trying to draw one. Skipped right past. Gutierrez dips underwater. Gets around Young. Tries to force feed it to Gooch. Gooch double team, pounced upon, and completely swatted by Bowie. Six seconds from game clock and shot clock here at the end of the third. Justin Lee holds out high, sends it well over the top of the crossbar. Stallings just going to hang on to it and let the quarter come to a close. Gauls will take a 6-4 lead out of the third as we head to the fourth. The 2-goal advantage for Webb on the NFHS network. Back for the fourth quarter. Gauls trying to continue to hang on to this lead. They got as close as 5-4 to Mark Keppel. Last goal for Aiden Gutierrez' hat trick was able to get Webb back in front by 2, but we have seen Mark Keppel make a run here since the second quarter.
Guys, who are you asking about? What's going on?
It's a 6-4 contest.
Right now. Like, seriously?
Here's the Gauls are trying to pick up their 5th win in their last 6 games.
But he doesn't know the people on the other team. Like,
They're up and running. The Gauls have won the first 3 open balls and will win the 4th as Winston Lee gets the whistle for him. And Webb will control the opening possession, but immediately turn it over right here to Calvin Bowie. Be Bowie's ball here. As he sends it to the left, gets it over for Isaac Meyer, streaking up along the side and stepping in front of him to steal it away. Logan Cosley, who just got into the game for the first time today. Cosley, the sophomore out of Redlands. But his first play is a big one. What could have been a breakaway goal. Instead turns into a Webb possession here with 6.5 to go in the contest. The Aztecs have not led at any point in this game. Gooch gets it for Gutierrez, who turns the corner. Gutierrez finds some room right off the crossbar, ricochets back out. Nearly stripped on the backside by Nick Lee, but it's back here for Inocencio, the keeper. Good possession there for the Gauls. Gooch inside Gutierrez, just couldn't sneak it past. It's Jaden Young with 10 seconds to shoot. Away from the ball. Webb will get it back. Here's Cosley. The sophomore streaks up through the middle and relinquishes it back. It was an area pass that got back for Winston Lee after he hunted it down. Up for Cosley, the return feed. Cosley gets room. Softly inside, Gutierrez backs his way into some room. Gutierrez tries to spin it into Inocencio with a stop on the left. Long stretch all the way up ahead, open, free, off the crossbar again. Boy, we've seen a lot of bars here today. As Isaac Meyer is the newest victim. Heavily watches Matthew Gall. Looks for Logan Cosley, 12 to shoot. Softly up. Winston Lee has his man streaking the other way. Lee better score here. Has it stopped by Inocencio. He has a man all the way down the opposite side of the pool and gets it up to Justin Lee. Lee flips it inside. Here's Isaac Meyer. Meyer open man on the right wing. Meyer trouble getting the ball in his hands. Gets it over for Derek Tang. Tang open. Tang looking. Stallings watching. Tang scores. Back to a 1-goal game with under 5 to go. Perfectly executed. It started with Isaac Meyer, who dropped all the way back with Winston Lee heading in offensively. I mentioned that Lee better score on the play, and he did not because, well, they had an on-man rush the other way. So it brings it back within 6-5. There, Tang's first of the game. Logan Cosley needs help. And that's going to be back here. The Aztecs have a chance to tie it. Nice pass up ahead. Finds Kyle Tran. Tran breaking away. Gutierrez moving to guard the other wing. Tran pulls up and ties the game. Yeah, and this is exactly what the Gauls did not want. Mark Keppel's been hanging around all day. And Howie Coulter needs to stop the bleeding. It's a 6-all contest with 4:21 to go on the NFHS network. Webb Water Polo is being brought to you by the Doubletree by Hilton Claremont, Wilmington Trust, Casa Colina, and Hendricks Pharmacy. Well, Webb needs to get things rolling now as they seen a 2-goal lead a couple of times disappear. It's the first time it's been tied since 0-0. It's Webb possession, nearly stolen away on the first pass. Matthew Gaw draws the whistle, gets some free space, gets it for Gutierrez, who backs up. Patented move, spun towards the far post and missed wide. And now Mark Keppel has a chance to take the lead here late with 4 minutes to go. First pass finds Kyle Tran, who just got the equalizer. But underneath the water, whistled away here is Derek Tang. So Webb will live to get a possession, try and distance themselves here. Remember, Castle, 3 exclusions today. So he is done, which has certainly hindered Webb's offense since his departure. Winston Lee, free space, 8 to shoot here. Lee moves in, gotta pull the trigger. With 2 seconds, Lee will watch the clock disappear. 3:30 to go. Isaac Meyer, stolen away by Gutierrez, free ball, Webb possession. So 2 big turnovers here late for the Aztecs. Still haven't figured anything out here, 6-all. Eddie Gutierrez on the right wing. Inside for Gooch, double teamed again. Gooch finds the back of the net. Unties the game at 7-6. Matthew Gooch is second of the game. That's a big one for Webb. Begging for a goal, and again, without the services of Malachi Castle, and with Mason Stallings being pulled back, with Patrick Donias hurt today. Webb's just trying to piece it together at this point and steal a win away. Second of the game, 8th of the season for Matthew Gooch. And another steal for Gooch. Aztecs starting to run out of time now with under 3 to go as we approach 2.5. Can turn on a dime, however. Lee gets fouled by Isaac Meyer, and he will be excluded. A scratch that's going to be turned over here on Webb. Meyer streaking the other way. He's going to get the feed from Calvin Bowie. Nice pass up ahead, and we're tied again. Isaac Meyer from Calvin Bowie. .143 seconds left. Logan Cosley plays a cautionary tale. Pushes off of Lee. Cosley relinquishing back, gets it up to Winston Lee. The junior out of Pasadena will get free space. Up for Matthew Gooch, right wing. Gutierrez inside, tries to get the feed, looks for the pass, gets it on his left, spins on his right and muscles it home. Aiden's got 4 today. And they're trading him here in the 4th. $1:58 to go. Webb's back up by 1. The Aztecs have been able to respond today. They have a couple more in them. Remember, the Aztecs need to win out to guarantee a 500 record. Gauls need to win out to guarantee the same thing. This shot blocked by Lee. Rebound, squirts free on the left side. Justin Lee was hunting for it. Gooch is going to get the gate here. 5th exclusion on the Gauls today. And Justin Lee ties it up again with a $1:32. Another power play goal, their 3rd. Three for 5 on the power play. The difference, Gauls are 1 for 4. There's your difference maker right there. Here's Gooch. Pushing it away from Isaac Meyer. Gooch got free space. Gooch plays it back. This is Matthew Gaw with 10 seconds. Gaw back to Gooch. Gooch looking inside for Gutierrez. Gutierrez, double team. Gutierrez, what a save by Inocencio! Big stop by the netminder. Nico Inocencio just got a fingertip on it. Keeps this game tied at 8. It's Webb possession on the far side of the pool. Here's Logan Cosley, right slot, tries his luck, intercepted, and stopped by Inocencio again. We're under 60 to play. Tie game at 8, Aztecs ball. Mark Keppel has not led at any point in this game. Jaden Young will turn it over. Matthew Gooch will take. He looks up for Gutierrez. Tries to send it in front of him. Stop. Jaden Young. Webb ball. Winston Lee trying to beat the pack. Gets it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez open. Sends it over the crossbar. Oh, Aiden Gutierrez had it right on his hand there. Could have given Webb the lead with 35 seconds left. They're going to say Inocencio or Derek Tang got a finger on it. So it's Webb ball. They still have a chance here. Howie Coulter wants to talk. Buckle your seatbelts. 35 seconds left in this one in a tie contest. 8 all on the NFHS network. .35 seconds in regulation to figure out who wants this win or send it to overtime. Steve Granado back with you. Here from Claremont, California, it's Webb ball after Aiden Gutierrez missed a point-blank shot. 4 goals in the game for Aiden in his freshman year. Already a game-winning goal. If you look back on September 24th against Ontario, it was the winner for Aiden Gutierrez late in the game for his 6th of the contest. He has 4 today, and you know Webb wants to get him the ball with potentially their last possession of regulation. 8 all. The Aztecs, again, have not led at any point today. 6 on 6. They get Mason Stallings up high and try and help out the cause. I'll scratch it. There's been an exclusion. Derek Vance, so it's 6 on 5 here for Webb. Big spot here for the Gauls at the latter part of the game. See how much of this time they can burn as well and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. This is Nick Lee looking up high, doesn't have an angle, gets it on over for Gaw. Gaw back to Lee. Wants to get it to Cosley or Gooch. Gooch is there, searching for the far side. Lee sends it right off the hand of Inocencio. Webb possession, shot clock off, 23 seconds, and Aiden Gutierrez will start it. You know Gutierrez is lethal anywhere in the pool. Here's a nice pass, looking it. Over the crossbar is Nick Lee. And the Aztecs will have a chance with 19 seconds left, and Mark Keppel will utilize a timeout. Gauls had 2 solid chances there and could not find the back of the net. We're still tied at 8. Timeout Mark Keppel to talk over strategy for the final 19 seconds here on the NFHS network. After getting shut out in the first, Mark Keppel comes back with 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and 2 here in the fourth. They have themselves tied at 8 and look to have the final possession of regulation. Steve Granado with you from the Webb Schools. Mark Keppel searching for win number 7. Again, they have not led today, but have a chance right here to take the last lead. This is Calvin Bowie, guarded heavily by Aiden Gutierrez. Clock is ticking down with 10 seconds to go, and Gutierrez is going to win the ball back. Gutierrez has 10 seconds. He will squirt forward. Timeout, Howie Coulter again with 8 seconds to go. Webb wants to talk strategy one last time as they get another break. Third big turnover in the final 2 minutes for the Mark Keppel Aztecs. So what's the strategy here? Well, again, with no Malachi Castle, that limits your options. He's gotten 3 exclusions today, which garners him out of the contest. Webb obviously has Aiden Gutierrez, but Gutierrez has been forced to play up high. Again, he's lethal from that spot. He's lethal from anywhere in the pool, but is that your high percentage shot? Well, no, not really. You kind of want to get that ball back inside. You have God there, and you have Gooch there. Gooch does have a pair of goals today, but has not been your score this season. Obviously, it's been Castle, Gutierrez. You've already ruled Castle out. Gutierrez, not the highest percentage. So what does Howie Coulter do here? Do you put Aiden in front of the net, try and get him the ball, or do you keep him out high and, well, bank that he's going to get the ball anyway up there? There's options to go with. Matthew God does have a goal in this game, but it's been all Gutierrez. Castle had 1, and Gooch had 2. So again, what do you do here? Well, that's going to be up to Howie, and, well, that is also up to what's available in the next 8 seconds. You don't have too much time to work with. You have a pass and a shot, essentially. Get the ball, pass it in, gain as much room as you possibly can, and let go. Maybe a second pass if you're feeling lucky, if you can get it off quickly. But you don't have much time to set up. Draw up a play. You bring in Mason Stallings to help out in the middle of the pool and get things started. He will pass off. Gulls only have 5 seconds. Gets it inside. Gutierrez tries to spin it towards. He scores with 2 seconds to go! Aiden Gutierrez, his 5th of the game. Webb leads 9-8. Aiden missed 2 point-blank shots earlier on a breakaway and an open look in front of the net, but Aiden Gutierrez steals this one away, and the Gulls take the win 9-8. Aiden Gutierrez, the freshman sensation, again steps up in crunch time and picks up the Gulls' 7th win of the year. Gutierrez, another game-winning goal, and the Gulls will steal away this one today. Victory number 7, their 5th in their last 6 contests as they